Yo, what's up, guys? I got home a while ago. I did over trade again today, and today I did end up making money and quit. Like, not trading and taking no more trades, but regardless, I won money today, but we just gonna have to consider it an L day regardless. Why do I say that? Okay, because I'm allowed two trades, maximum of three. I can only take a third trade if one of those first two were break even. That means I can have a break even and a loss and take a third trade. If I have two losses, I can't take a third trade. If I have a loss and a win, can't take a third trade. Um, and when trading, I shouldn't be touching my trade unless I'm moving my stops to break even, and that's it. The only other time I should be touching it is if I move my stops to TP1. Only if I'm aiming for TP3. If I'm not aiming for TP3, then the only time I should be touching my trade is to break even. And then that's it. There's not much to do. Like, when you're trading, there's not much to do. You press a button, you watch it, you move your stops. I mean, that's all you fucking really do when you're on the charts. Other than that, it's just you versus you. You're sitting there thinking, should I get in? Should I get out? Oh, it's coming back down to my break even. Maybe I should move my stops back. Maybe I should move my stops higher so if it comes back to break even, I don't make nothing. Like, shit like that, you know? That's all mental. None of that. The charts isn't saying none of that. You're saying that to yourself in your own fucking head. So, the biggest part of trading is psychology. That's it. It's you. It's me. It's all of us. We're all the same. Whether you're black, white, Mexican, it don't fucking matter. We all the same. We are all human. At the end of the day, we might have different personalities and different characteristics, but we're all human. We're all the same. We all go through the same shit sometimes. But enough of the yapping. Let me get back on topic. So today, I woke up at like 2 something, and I fell asleep with a trade, and it hit break even. I woke up, I'm like, damn. And then I did it again. I woke up, took a trade, took a couple of trades. I want to say that I lost one of them, and then the other 2 or 3 that I took were all break evens. Well, one of the trades I broke even like at TP1, so the account was just break even, and that's it. I didn't make anything, I didn't lose nothing. I had like, yeah. So we're just gonna say I L and like 2 or 3 break evens, but one of those break evens was a little bit higher than actual break even, like my entry, so it got me out, and it made up for the loss that I took. So, over traded in the morning. I was using Bell strategy, and then when I went to work, before I went to work, like on my way to work, I had entered a trade off of Andre strategy. The biggest tip I can teach y'all is don't fucking switch strategies like I'm doing. It caused me, when I first started doing it, it caused me a lot of, things to happen that could have been avoided. Losses, just not getting a payout yet, because I'm strategy hopping and switching strategies, and it's just fucking over your brain and making you more confused than your brain needs to be. None of those. I didn't make money or lose money from none of that shit. And then the last trade I took, but the problem is I still over traded. But the last trade I took was it was on US 30, 50 point stop loss. I got in off of a 1 hour fair value gap with that kind of it basically aligned with the 0.5 to 50% fib level. And I was more bullish than bearish because of London. And I expected to see London as basically to have created the low of the day. Yo, I just finished up reading my daily 10 pages that I have to read every day. And today I read Think and Grow Rich pages 261 through 270. And it just talks about how you want to study yourself, you want to analyze yourself, and you want to clear out fears and doubts, worries, all that stuff. And it starts off by saying that you want to clear out indecision, doubt, fear, and that your sixth sense, your creative imagination, or your higher intelligence, like the higher intelligence, whatever you want to call it, it can't really operate if you have these three things. And something that I would throw in there is that the more you stack losses and the more you stack W's, they're gonna build up like a snowball effect. So the more losses you stack up over time, the bigger your losses will be and the faster they'll start to come. But the good news is it happens the opposite way as well. The more W's that you stack and consistently, the bigger the snowball will get, the faster the roll, and yeah, your wins will start to come bigger and faster the more consistently you stack W's. And negative energy and emotions, they grow without like you actually having to think about it or take action or anything. But when it comes to positive energy and positive outcomes and results, you actually have to put conscious action and conscious thought behind these more positive things for them to dominate your mind and become your dominating thoughts. And you also want to analyze yourself, like I said in the beginning. I know I said indecision, doubt, and fear, but you also want to, there's a few more fears, and there's many other fears that fall under these categories, but there's the 6 basic ones, and the 6 basic fears are you have the fear of poverty, you have the fear of judgment, you have the fear of your health, like ill health, you have the fear of losing somebody that you love, the fear of old age, and the fear of death. And for you to be successful on your journey to success, you have to eliminate all of these fears out of your mind. because fear is simply just a state of consciousness, and the good thing is that we can control our thoughts and our consciousness, because our consciousness is dominated by our thoughts. And God has given us the ability to think creatively and wisely, and the good news is that nothing in this world can be created without the impulse of thought, whether it's physical, spiritual, or whatever. Everything has to, or energy wise, everything has to start as an impulse of thought, and we can control our thoughts. So therefore, if you think about violence, you think about fear, you think about poverty, or you think about anything that's like undesirable to you, then I don't really know how you expect to get your desired reality, because first you have to hold it in your mind for you to hold it in your reality. You can't become a millionaire unless you're first a millionaire mentally, and it talks about that how the road to riches, whether it's spiritual, physical, monetary, whatever your road to riches, your idea of road to riches are, the road to riches and the road to poverty, they go in different directions, so you have to choose one. And you must decide what you want and make a plan to get it, and you must follow the plan and take action with this plan. And if you give up halfway through, or you just stop doing it, then you can't really say that it didn't work, and you can't really blame anybody but yourself, because you didn't give it your full effort. And also it says that fear paralyzes reason, positive imagination, self-confidence, enthusiasm, initiative, purpose, and it encourages the habit of procrastination. And we all know how detrimental procrastination can be to one. And basically fear, when had in one's life, it paralyzes also the soul, the heart, and the mind, and it doesn't allow us to be ourselves or take action or let us express our personalities as we really should. And the only thing that's standing in the way of our success is our thoughts and our actions and our lack of definite purpose and our lack of definite plans. Because if you have a positive mindset, you take action, you have a definite purpose, and you have plans to get your definite purpose, then I don't really see how you can fail. And self-reflection and self-analyzation is necessary for you to get the desired reality you want if you don't wish to live in poverty or just live a mediocre life. And The last thing it says from my notes is that many people go through life not aware of the presence of fear that is in their life, simply because they do not self-reflect. And if they do self-reflect, most people don't self-reflect and self-analyze truthfully and honestly. Basically, what you want to self-reflect and analyze for is the 6 basic fears that I talked about in the beginning. And the 6 fears that I talked about that you want to basically just self-reflect for is fear of poverty, fear of criticism, fear of ill health, fear of loss of a loved one, fear of old age, fear of death, and fear of death. And yeah, and there might be other things that you want to just, you just want to self-analyze and self-reflect to get to know yourself better, get to know your habits, what you can do to fix things that you don't like about yourself, all that type of stuff. So you always want to self-reflect. You guys, I just finished up reading the Bible. Today I read Micah 1-5, and the notes I got for y'all is to listen to God's voice and let Him be the witness of your character and your ways, because basically He's gonna look at your foundation and your heart to judge your character and morals. And it also says that just because you can do something to somebody or take advantage of them in some type of way, it doesn't mean that you should. Or if you can do something, like just because you can do something, whatever it is, doesn't mean that you should do it. That you should treat others how you would like to be treated. And it talks about that God will repay you in the same way that you treat others. Basically like a karma thing. And it says that if you hate good and you love evil, that God will hide Himself from you and He will not listen to your prayers or hear your prayers. And that no evil can come upon you if you have the Lord with you. And it says that we don't understand God's ways and we don't understand His thoughts for us, so we just have to basically trust Him, and that's it. And the last thing that it says is that false images and false idols make God angry, and that He will punish those who don't hear and listen and take action and stop doing that if they're doing it. So yeah. Basically, I just want to end the video off by saying that sometimes we get tired, sometimes we go through shit in life, sometimes life gets to us or emotions get to us, and basically we just have to keep showing up every day. We have to keep staying consistent with what we're doing, and we gotta keep going regardless of the obstacles that may come and get in the way. Because you're gonna have hard days, you're gonna have easy days, you're gonna have ups, you're gonna have downs, but if we keep showing up every day, keep staying consistent, and keep doing what we need to do with as much effort as possible at that time, we'll end up further than most people in the long run, because we're still taking the small steps daily when most people are not, and they're just giving in because of their emotions and stuff. So yeah, just consistency is key. Discipline, desire, and determination. And what I say in the last video. Just keep showing up daily, bro. Just keep on going. And also, you should never give up, no matter what anybody says. If you have a dream and you truly believe that you can carry out that dream, don't let anybody tell you that you can't do it, even if it's never been done before. Don't let your parents tell you can't do it. Don't let your friends tell you can't do it. Don't let your girlfriend or wife or whatever tell you can't do it. Don't let none of that shit be an excuse. If you want to do something and you want it bad enough, then go after it with everything you got.